Can you believe this? The first one after the sisters is Mr.
I
Radi.
get credit. I get credit.
One of my favorite nephews. No, I mean, here, I had to bribe him, I told him I'm gonna cook
Yeah, it smells
for him.
good in here, so I'm gonna come every Friday to do this.
That's why he's gonna drag it, he's every episode they come every week.
I can only do 10 minutes at a time. I'm gonna stretch out for 10 weeks.
Okay. Radi. We have so many memories together. So many memories, Let's start from Iran. Tell us, see what you remember.
I don't remember a lot. Well, the only thing I really remember is like that courtyard where we lived, playing there.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. I don't remember buildings. I don't remember. I knew people lived above us, below us. I remember that. I don't remember.
Yeah, always me and Mariam and Mehmooni were
above us.
Yeah, and bottom was Ramin and
I remember that. I remember Ramin in the courtyard. We were like play around.
Yeah, we used to play all the time.
But that's it. I wish I remembered more. I just don't. I don't know if it's just not looking at pictures more or just. I mean, I was 4 years old.
Yeah, you were a little skinny boy.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that stuff at all. So I wish I remembered more.
That's all right.
And hopefully, I can go back and see some of that one day.
Yeah.
But I don't remember a lot of that. So it's part of our heritage and culture. I just wish I knew more of it, or I recalled more of it.
That's why I started this episode so that you listen to Marianne, Mina.
Yeah, that was cool. That's
I wish I had it with the other people, like your mom and dad. But I'm gonna have some episode of like what memories I had with them.
Yeah.
Like one-on-one, but they're not there. But I'm gonna talk about it too. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just wanna,
Especially if you talk about just things you remember.
Yeah.
From.
Yeah.
Trips to Gallup to
I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
Diamond shows to all the crazy funny stuff.
But a lot of things I don't remember. When we talk, I go, oh yeah, we did this. That's why I started the whole thing.
Yeah.
So then I came to Iran, and you guys said you're going with me to California.
No, you came here.
We went to Iran.
Yeah.
We
came
came
to visit.
together.
Yeah.
We came to visit after I was here. So they said, oh, we're gonna come with you.
Yeah.
Really? That should be interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
And we flew to California.
Yeah, but you weren't living in California then.
No. I was still in Arizona.
Yeah. So I remember I don't know how I remember this, and this could be completely not accurate, but I remember us arriving really late at night.
I don't remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And I remember going to Abu Farah Khalid apartment in Orange, and I just recall this stairway, and we pulled up, and I see one of their kids, I don't know which one of their kids it was, standing at the stairway with like a blanket looking at us like, who the hell are these people? And I was like, where are we? Like, where is this? I don't know who it was. Probably, Pawnees or whatever, right? Because they were little, and they're the oldest ones. And I remember that, and then after that, I just remember living in Orange and
those apartments, like 2 stories, two bedrooms on the top and living room down there, and there was just like boxes.
Yeah, and everybody lived there.
We were there, the Beeries, Farouk,
everybody lived there.
Everybody, Pharaoh Mars and all those things.
That's when everybody got so close,
I used to come over there in summertime, all pool, all the time, going to the pool,
Oh yeah, yeah, that was fun.
And then,
And then we moved to Fountain Valley.
No, but that before that, on that Orange, your dad, Mujawad, your mom started working for, what was that, leisure work. She was working hard. Jawad, every day, every morning, he has his suitcase, his attaché, going somewhere. Helping people get their driver's license, go to immigration office. Mina was saying, okay, you have to get a job. I'm busy. He was just such a kind heart. He was just helping everybody. And every night, those guys, they get together and get drunk.
Crazy.
Jawad was getting tired. I'm just going to go back to the house and go to sleep. Just, those guys all night.
Partying.
Yeah. That was crazy.
They still do that. Maybe had a little bit of lust over
talking about politics and things like that too. Then Fountain Hills, I love that Fountain Valley. Oh, I love that house.
Beautiful house.
Story. Say it.
So I moved to Fountain Valley, and then I remember our elementary school was like the back of our gate, like our backyard, and the elementary school like field was behind us, so we have to take our bike and walk all the way around. But we were right there. I think it was like Ethan B. Allen Elementary School or something like that in Fountain Valley, and yeah, it was big. It was fun. I liked living there a lot. We were close to the beach. I remember weekends with all those people I'm followed and Holly shot on the whole crew. Every weekend we were at Dana Point, at Doheny Park at Dana Point, and we would set up at like 8 in the morning and we'd be there till like 10 o'clock at night. And we would be in the water all day long. The parents were like, okay, just go, just come back for lunch. And now I imagine with my kids, I mean, my kids are older, but like you would never do that now. You'd be worried about this or that. But then they're like, just go, you know. So anytime I drive through Dana Point now, I tell the kids that all the time. I'm like, when I was younger, they're like, you've told us this a million times. And I have such a good memory of Doheny Park and setting up and barbecuing. They would make kebab all day, and just it was the best time. Actually, when I saw Parties in Orlando last year when they came in town, we were all reminiscing about our time in Doheny Park. And every time I drive by there, I get this like nostalgic feeling in my gut. And it was fun. It was so much fun living there. I love it. I think that's why I love it there now so much, because when I go there, I kind of feel more of the Iranian culture when I'm there, and all the memories too. Yeah. They just come out. I don't know if Yas is like that as much, but I definitely like going there because I just remember. I'll drive around. I'll see I don't even know where I'm at. I'll see like Burkhurst Avenue or Alicia Parkway or like where Auntie Manage and Amu Jafar lived in Irvine. I'll see it. I'm like, oh, I remember going to their house, and there's so many memories there, and so I love it there, and I think we'll eventually end up there in some capacity because I like it there so much.
I love the house. We did the tile. Me and Jawad did
Really?
the tile.
Yeah.
It was not that straight.
Yeah.
We did our best. We did the tile. First floor, we had the bedroom back there, and and second floor, you have your room and master bedroom and everything.
It was awesome. It was a fun place to live. It was a fun place to live. But I think it served its time when we were there.
Yeah.
And then moving here was the best decision they could have made.
Over there, like you were talking about Dana Point, I hated that. I was in college, I graduated. I came back over there to live with you guys for a while. Because we were going there, I came from ASU, Tempe. All the good-looking girls and everything like that. Go over there, going to Dana Point, to the park, just kids.
Yeah. No college kids.
No parties, no nothing. Just 1 year. Do you remember Ice Cream Rendezvous?
Oh my God.
They opened ice cream place, charging 60 cents.
Nobody looked at the margins there.
No, because we're not the businessman. We just opened. It was beautiful next to the park, and everybody was coming. They were telling us, "Oh yeah, you should have chicken for them." Okay, we're gonna rotate. You have to have a salad bar. Okay, let's do a salad bar. What about meatballs?
Yeah, it had no identity at all.
It reminds me of this lady that opened back here.
I know,
She's still there.
No, they sold it.
Oh, she sold it? They still have
they
have all kinds of food.
Random.
From Indian.
I know. I remember Ice Cream Rendezvous was by a park too.
Yeah, that was
beautiful.
beautiful.
Ice cream in Orange, I think, right? And then we would run around the park, and we just thought it was so cool that our parents had an ice cream store. Not knowing they get meatballs and chicken and sell car insurance. Yeah.
One time we ordered quiche. Quiche was good.
Oh
quiche
my
is
God.
good. We put it in we didn't refrigerate it. We had no idea we had to refrigerate it. We had never had quiche. So some customer asked for it, said, this hasn't moved.
Oh my God. And I don't remember, it didn't close very pleasantly, but I don't remember how and why it closed.
I don't know, but we just closed it, We just moved back to...
You were there?
I moved back to Arizona, because I said, I can't take it, Just like, I moved back to Arizona. You guys came to visit, that was fine.
Yeah. I remember the first time we drove to Arizona, we stopped somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and we saw our first cactus, and we were like, going up to the cactus trying to touch the thorns. My mom's like, don't touch that, don't touch that. I remember thinking, why is it so hot? Why is the temperature so hot here?
But you loved it, huh?
Oh yeah, and then we came and visited you, and we swam at that
apartment.
pool on Lemon Street.
Yeah. It hasn't changed. I went the other day, look at it, it still looks the same. But they charge a lot more.
You know what's funny is, remember Snow?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Best snow cone place.
Oh,
So, okay, what's that? So Snow was like a snow cone, not even snow cone, like shaved ice maybe, but it was like not artificial flavors, it was like legit fruit or flavoring, and the watermelon snow was like the best thing in the world. Best thing in the world. But it closed well before I was at ASU. But Melania is now working at Dutch Bros, which is in the same spot. Yeah, she's got a job there, so off of Lemon Street. So, but yeah, that was fun. And then swimming in your pool there at the apartment complex. I don't even think I knew we were on a college campus. I just knew that this place is awesome. There's a pool, you know, and there's snow.
The Radi and Radi turned black that summer, because before that they were pretty white.
Yeah, it's easy to tan. Yeah. And then we visited, and then I don't remember how long after that we moved. I don't know. I don't remember that.
Maybe after I started business with SCI, I said, "Oh yeah, we're going to open another store." These guys came over.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was a good move. And then we moved to. I remember my dad came out, and then he found a house to rent, and so he drove us. Which this probably happened 100 times with things that he found. And then we're driving to the house, and then he's like, "That's it right there in Scottsdale. That's it right there." My mom's like, "That's the house?" She hadn't seen it. He's like, "Yeah, but we're in Scottsdale. Like, it's a nice area, you know, right by like Los Arcos Mall or whatever." That was disgusting. And we lived there for, I don't know.
Pool had ads, you know, it's just like so dirty, you know.
I don't know, 2-3 years maybe?
Not that. You moved fast. You moved the one with the Metro Center. Oh, I love that house. The whole backyard was a pool.
Yeah.
Remember every party we had?
You could jump off the roof,
What was that guy's name? Your friend, crazy guy, the little skinny guy, he was going off the roof.
Adam, I think.
Oh, yeah.
We would climb up on the roof and we'd jump off the roof into the pool. Again, things that our parents let us do that I would never let my kids do that now, you know. And we lived there for, I was in grade, 4 years we lived there at least. 3 or 4 years.
Have you seen like, Playboy Mansion, things like that? It was just like that. Because after every party, everybody was jumping in the pool with the clothes or whatever.
I've never been to Playboy Mansion, but I don't think it was like that. If it was like the Playboy Mansion, I missed something. Yeah.
We had more fun.
That was fun.
That was really good. And we had that robbery too, so.
Yeah, we came home one night. I mean, it was a good idea to put jewelry in the living room. That was as good as selling chicken at an ice cream store. So, we came home from, was it during Christmas time, right?
Yeah.
We came home and we pulled in the driveway and we see these two guys in our house. So then my uncle ran in and chasing them down the hallway or the alleyway, and I don't remember what happened.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
that was interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting. But I liked living there. That was fun. And then we moved to Awatuki.
Yeah, one day I was just driving outside the condos and we said, "You have to come and see it. Jawad, come in. You bought the house, I bought the condo." That was beautiful. I love that. It was like the pool every
oh my gosh, it was crazy.
Every Saturday, Sunday we were at pool party at the club. You know, just like that was like it was really high class.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Playing volleyball too.
That was the place to be. Yeah, that was the place to live back then. And then the club and all that. Yeah. And then you threw some fun parties at your house. And I'd come over there with my friends and we'd just be like watching these people, you know, everything, you know. So.
I don't know. One time you spoiled my party, but that's right.
I did?
Yeah, I had some people took him over there for the first time. Yeah. And Radi, you two said, "Oh, we come with you." Oh my God, no.
Oh no.
No, I don't want. But that's right.
Yeah. That was fun living there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you lived there, and then Khadamay and Mohanjun.
No apartments, then they moved.
Apartments, and then
They rented a house, and they bought a house.
I remember in the summertime, my parents would drop us off at Mohanjun's house, Khadamay, and we would just play Ramin all day long. We would just play cards. Then go to the pool, play cards. Go to the pool, play cards. That was fun. It was a good memory over there. Lots of memories there. What else over there?
Stores, we opened. Oh yeah, we went Metro Center, Gold Lady, Gold Branch over there, and Silverado and Fiesta Mall. And you worked over there.
What about Gold Lady at Christown?
Yeah, Gold Lady Christown.
Christown,
Yeah. But Jawad was always working at Gold Lady in Metro Center. It was really small next to McDonald's. He had a cup with him all the time. He didn't want to take it back to him.
Oh my god.
He was peeing in the cup.
Oh my god. That's crazy. And then Gold Branch was in the alley.
Gold Branch was in the alley all the way the other side. Dark place, yeah.
And then my uncle had my dad's younger brother had the shoe store next door.
Yeah. And when Jafar was over there,
Was
then
that
they moved to Birkenstein.
No, that was what they sold, but it was called the store. What was it called? I don't remember. It had a name. I don't remember what it's called. Because they sold Birkenstocks, clogs, all kinds of funky shoes. Yeah.
That was Birkenstock.
Yeah.
It was called something else. Then they opened store in Taylor's Valley and Tagline over there. Tagline now it was there. And Mama was in the Gold Branch, and we just sit down and talk about it.
Yeah.
They had fun. And Juan was at Christown, my karate teacher. Was running that one.
And then Silverado.
It was Silverado.
At Fiesta Mall.
Yeah.
There was 2 stores at Fiesta Mall, right?
Then we got another the big one that we closed that we lost all the money on.
And then Superstition.
You worked in Fiesta. Remember, we used to go read the paper. We were sitting in the back and
Child labor laws didn't exist, so we would go and make jewelry boxes with polished jewelry. But then the day your hands are all black and you're just doing it for like McDonald's lunch or Chick-fil-A lunch or video games.
That's the training you got from
I'm
that.
telling you
That was the best training that
No, I think to this day I would say that if we didn't see the hustle and the work ethic that you guys all had for running your own businesses, there's no way we'd be doing what we're doing now. There's absolutely no way. Because people, even employees, now they see us doing certain things and they're probably wondering, why the hell is he doing that? But you just have to do what it takes. You have to do what you have to do. You're not above anything. You're not above changing the toilet paper or mopping a floor or whatever. And I think that we've shown our team now, 25 years, that we'll roll up our sleeve and do whatever, And I think that's a really good thing that people see and they go, wow, they respect that because they realize that we don't have to do that stuff, but we do because we care. We're not, above that. So, and that's because we saw you and my parents doing that on a daily basis, working 12, 14, 16-hour days, 7 days a week for a month during Christmas. It was like no life. I mean, Christmas was like in the malls. That's how we spent our Christmas. But as a kid, you're like, I just want to go play with my friends. This sucks. Walking around the malls, constantly walking the malls. But it was the best lesson because you can't teach that. You know what I mean? So I'm always grateful for you guys and showing us, just doing what you were doing because you needed to do it, but it showed us what true work ethic is like. And I'm totally indebted to that experience because it was awesome.
Plus, they give you confidence because as hopefully you were young, you were going on the sales floor, selling people, talking to people.
Anybody.
Yeah. See, that's completely different. Some people just home.
No.
They don't have, the interactions.
No.
Just
selling, you guys had employees that were intimidated by me because I was selling more than they're selling. Jerry was intimidated because I was taking her commission.
Jerry, she used to come to work with a slice of bread and peanut butter every day.
She was crazy.
We thought she was really old, but I think she was like 40, 50 years old.
I remember people would come into the store and we'd always have to greet them. And I'd say, hi, how are you? Can I help you with anything? No, just looking. And then Jerry would say, and they would ask for help. Like, no, I want him to help us, a little kid, you know? And Jerry would be like, what the heck, you know? He's just here to fold boxes and polish jewelry, you know?
But no, you guys fast learner to just getting it fast, you know.
Yeah, hustle.
Everybody worked, like Pavan worked over there. Friends
My friends worked there.
Yeah, your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people, it was a start for a lot of people.
Mm.
I mean, it did so much good. It taught people so much. But yeah, I mean, sales, customer service, hustle, discipline, organization, you know. I was talking the other day about, I don't know who I was talking to. I was like, did you ever put anything on layaway? And I think I was talking to one of my office team members. They're like, what the heck is layaway? I'm like, so my parents used to have a jewelry store. People would come in, they would say, I want these pair of earrings, but I can't pay for them now. So I'm going to pay in increments with no organization of any sort, no interest, right?
Yeah.
And they would come in every like couple weeks and be like, hey, here's $5 towards my layaway. I put this little yellow envelope with a pencil. I would write it. I could have easily forgotten how much they gave me. Was it 5? Was it 10? But the system worked. There's no computers. All right, man, your balance is $75. Okay, cool. And then I put the money, like, no, the jewelry would be in the back, and the money would go in the register. Like, what a crazy system that was.
Actually, layaway, we had it till like 5 years ago at sales.
Really?
Yeah.
Or digital now, obviously.
No, but everything digital, not like ours.
But you would charge a percentage still, right?
No, layaways, but now it didn't work. You know, it wasn't working. So.
But people would have stuff on layaway for years. Like, are they ever going to come buy these earrings? Like, because if you think about it from an inventory standpoint, you've already paid for it, but then it's sitting idle.
That's why we're not doing it anymore. No business is doing it.
Great concept, but the worst idea ever.
We want to get some money from it.
And then having to write it with pencil on a yellow
I don't
envelope.
remember that. That's good. Maybe I said that.
I'm like, this could, I mean, back then you're like, okay, but now you think about it, you're like, that is the worst system ever, you know? And then they wouldn't even leave with like a receipt that they paid it. Just like, okay, cool, we got your $5. You owe $75 more, you know? Layaway.
Reminded me, I used to put a code to do the cost of the merchandise on the back. You know, I had a code, I put them in the back for we knew.
Where your margins were.
Yeah, like that. So it's funny.
So you make your deal.
Yeah. We always made the deal.
God, that's evolved. That's hard though. That's hard business.
Yeah.
You know, really hard.
If you own business, it's always hard.
I know.
You know, it's always like you work for somebody else. You know, completely different.
But people that work for other people sometimes think it's so much easier if I work for myself.
They don't understand.
Try that. You know.
I did that because you know this was after we lost our business. You know, with the odd issues. You know, like we opened the stores downstairs. We paid them so much money. We lost $200,000. And after that, you know, the business went down all the time because we could not, you know, observe them. You know, they lost. So I had to leave. You know, I even had to call file bankruptcy to pay off for some of the things, and I had to leave. You know, start business, you know, working for somebody else. So my mom and dad, you know, Minu and Jawad, they stayed. They ran it for a few more years, paid for your, you know. Your stuff, you know, for a few years.
But that's another example of you do what you got to do, right? You do what you got to do to move on, you know, and versus not, you know. So that's a big component. I always think about that because people ask, how'd you guys learn how to do the business side? I'm like, I'm still learning. I have no idea. I'm still learning every day how to do. Because I don't teach you that in school. Nobody. You know, there's in healthcare, there's doctors that are really good clinicians who are poor business people, and there's doctors that are good in both, but they prefer to be on the business side, which I think is what we decided to do. But we couldn't do that if we didn't have the hustle seed, the experience, just the observation of what it took. And you didn't know then. Then you were just like, this is lame. But now you recall that and going, I remember. Like it's becoming more evident. Like it was kind of a blurry image, and now it's like the smoke is clearing, and you kind of go, I remember my parents and my uncle had to do this to get this kind of thing, you know. But so yeah, that's now I'm coachable. for sure. But yeah, that was a good experience. That was fun.
I remember something else about Fountain Valley. Mom and June. Mom and June used to come. Remember, she used to scratch her back.
Oh my god.
Both of us sitting from Mom and June was.
Yeah, and her hand would get tired. Her hand would get tired, so she would have to keep her hand stationary, and then we would go like this. I'm like, okay, don't give your hand a break. We'll just move our back.
Yeah, I remember we used to just more. And
She got me addicted to that.
Something like about you VCR or something like that. Something, we never had it before or something, and then years later you bought me DVD player or something like that. It was just fun, just like.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember I don't know if it was, no, it had to have been at the point. My parents, for Christmas, they bought us a Tandy 1000 computer from Radio Shack.
Oh yeah.
It was like a big deal. And it was a big old heavy computer, and they wrapped a portion of it and they put it under the tree, but then the other piece of it was like wrapped in the garage, and we were so excited to have a computer. It was so crazy. It was like probably 1987 or 88.
I had a friend, he said, I'll buy a computer and it has 1 gigabyte.
Oh my
I said,
god.
oh my god, how are you going to fill it with my 1 gigabyte?
It's gonna last you forever. Yeah. This video is 1 gigabyte already. Yeah.
Unbelievable, the changes we've been through,
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. So yeah, good memories.
Anything else? Any other memories you said about work that has a really effect on you, like personally, That's something you remember that it was just because of that,
Oh. I just think, like I said, I think it's just the work ethic. I mean, I think Iranians are just known to be good business people to begin with, and very innovative, and so that's like in your DNA. But I think that when you grow up in a small business family, and you see the hustle of a small business, you appreciate small businesses more. You try to
That's true.
give your money and you want to go visit small businesses versus big businesses, And I think I appreciated the concept of capitalism. I can appreciate understanding, how things work, how do margins work, and how do the cost of this. Like you mentioned, you had the cost of the jewelry in the back encrypted. Nobody would see that.
Yeah.
Only you would know. Even the employees wouldn't know that. But at least you knew what your margins were, because you're always thinking, okay, how do I? Or I remember we would go up to Gallup to go buy jewelry.
I used to drive all the way to Gallup, New Mexico.
Directly from the source.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go to Gallup. Who wants to go to Gallup? Like, it was a shithole, But me and you and my dad went one time.
Just one street with a lot of motels.
Yeah, and I was like, this is so crazy,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you would just go there and you would negotiate, and then years later they started coming down to you guys. They didn't have to go up there as much, which was really cool. But I thought that was neat to see that process and you're literally buying it from the craftsman, the jeweler, him or herself, and that was like, wow, that's so cool. But yeah, that was a good memory. I think all those memories just, for me, have compiled, and they've helped me pivot and do that, even though I'm in a different industry, but it's the same. Business is business, doesn't matter what you're doing, but I think it helps for me mold me and who I am and what kind of leader I am. And, I see parts of myself from what I've emulated from you and my parents as well, in the way I lead my team, and stuff. And then I hope to improve on that and pass it along. I don't think my kids are I don't think they're ever gonna own their own business, but you never know, so.
Yeah, just the same thing with me too, working for a big company. I could understand why they're doing stuff.
Yeah.
People say, oh, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was very easy for me to understand their point of view.
Because you saw the big picture.
Yeah. If you don't, you don't understand.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, I see that too. Like I have some of our doctors who had their own business before, and many that never did. And there's pros to both. Because sometimes when you have your own business, you're kind of always. I've had employees, all great. I've had employees that feel like they know how to do it better.
Push back.
A little bit of pushback, but then respectfully, you're thinking, well, if you knew, why you're here? You know what I mean? Why you're working for me? You know what I mean? But then you have some that had their own business and they understood the need to cut costs or be efficient and streamline and follow procedures. So there's pros to both.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, yeah,
Very good.
that's good stuff.
Let's finish this, then start again.